And finally, film has the power to change lives, and Jason Connery has joined forces with a charity whose aim is to do just that. The actor and director is passing on his expertise to a new generation of filmmakers and has been talking to Laura Boyd about the loss of his own inspiration, his father, Sir Sean.
Films, something young people love watching, and many can now start making thanks to classes run by the Scottish Youth Film Foundation.
The Scottish Youth Film Foundation is something that I think has that possibility for kids to go, I can do that, and I can actually tell my stories and they're relevant, and I think I'm good, and I think I'm good enough.
We start with the kids and the young people, and the contact I've had with them over the years has never failed to impress me. Their courage creatively is just fantastic, you know.
One person who benefited from the Foundation's filmmaking classes at school was Heather.
My website, so it's called Queerativity. People have wanted to submit videos and stuff, and they've asked me to edit them and stuff. And I do think that some skills that I learned back in third year with the foundation have actually transpired in what I'm doing now, which is great.
For Jason and Ian, passing on their skills to a new generation of filmmakers is important, but Jason admits growing up in such a famous film household, he was destined to follow suit.
I remember when my parents would have a party and I was meant to be in bed, I would sit round the side of the door listening to them all telling their stories. And I suppose in a way that was all influential for sure.
To touch on your dad, obviously, you know, terrible, sad, tragic loss last year. How have you been since then?
It's a very strange thing because, you know, to me, my father was my dad, and to many, many people, he was, you know, this big, you know, superstar and things. Well, so many people had stories about how stuff that he'd done that he never spoke about or I didn't know about. And those were the things that were really moving to me. I have to say, he went to school with at least 5 million people. He delivered milk to at least 5 million people.
I know there's talk of a memorial and possibly scattering his ashes on a golf course here in Scotland.
I think it would be very fitting. We're thinking about probably in August of next year.
Would St Andrews be the most fitting?
It does make sense. He was a member of the RNA and all that. So I think probably that might be the place.
Laura Boyd, STV News, Glasgow.